So traders, I want to talk to you about the mining stocks right now because I believe there's a bit of a warning sign, massive warning sign across the mining stocks right now, but it's not all bad news. There is good news, potentially. And the potential bad news, or potential good news, should I say, is there could be something massive building up. But for the short term, warning signs with the minings, right? Warning sign on the mining sector. Let me explain what I'm talking about here. One of the things I'm noticing right now is, firstly, just how many people are bullish these mining sectors right now. People are bullish everything. Like I see one person right now, when you look at this chart here, right? What's been happening for the last 4 or 5 years? We've continued to do what? Down. But for some reason, everyone thinks, including everyone, well, not everyone, that the bottom is in, right? That, this is the time. After all this is the time that AG takes off. What is the fascination with AG, right? Anyway, this is where big thing here, guys. This is a silver mining stock, right? The silver mining index looks nothing like AG. Silver mining index is up here. AG is almost at its new low. So if you if you think the silver mining stocks are going to go crazy, and then you go buy First Majestic, see how they're not all the same, right? So anyway, the purpose of me doing this video is focusing on the gold mining sector. And then why am I bringing this up here? So let's bring you up through to here, right? And let's go to the GDX. And the reason why I'm bringing this up here is because right now, as we speak, and you know what, let me see if I can. Actually, let's go to this chart here. Right? So let me actually bring this. Let's bring this one up here. Right? So I'll bring this one up here. Now, what happens through these markets? The market obviously goes through these swings, right? We go through swings, we go up and down and up. We go through a swing up, we go through a swing down, we go through a swing up, swing down and swing up, right? We do these swinging motions in the markets, right? Swing, swing, swing. But one thing I've found is that whenever I'm always looking for, when are we likely to see this dip here? This dip here could be a few days to sometimes even a month. Same thing for here. When are we likely to go through that dip? And there's one thing I can share with the other chart to help us with these short-term swings and when we're likely to start to go through the dip or the energy building phase. And this is where it's a bit of a danger right now with the mining sector, bit of a warning with the mining sector, right, is that I like to use a thing called a 9 moving average, right? See this green. Gone colorblind. Purple moving average. See this purple moving average? I like to use this to help me with the short-term swings, right? And I've noticed that whenever we're in this bull phase, if the market stays above my 9 moving average, my purple, as soon as it starts to break it, we end up going through those swings. Now that drop there could be a week to 2 weeks. It could be longer, right? But anyway, I'm looking at the short-term swings when we're likely to go through this. So short-term danger. And then something what happens is we go down through here, gets back above it, and then we start to go back up through to here, and as soon as we get below the moving average, this movement through here has now come to an end, and we're now likely to start to go through these gyrations of pullbacks, right? This gyration through here. Now, the gyrations here is, if I show you this here, look at this here. That there is the 9 moving average. As you can see, when we got below it, we started the drop. We went up, got below it, started the drop. Up, got below it, started the drop. Up, got below it, started the drop. Right? So that's obviously we're in a bull phase there, right? Bullish phase. I'm always looking for, because if I'm a trader, right? I'm looking to get in at right times. So when I'm in a trade, I'm always watching this because it's going to help me to say, if we start to get below it, guess what? My short-term trade that I'm on, I need to be out. I need to evacuate, eject, evacuate, eject, evacuate, eject. Right? So when it comes down to that there, look what's happening right now. Very big bull leg. It stayed above it, 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 stayed above it. Now look what's happening. We've broken it. What does that mean? The bull leg, which is just this up leg, is over. Warning in the mining sector, right? Now we're probably likely to go through either a drop in the market. So there's two things that's likely to happen here. One, we're probably likely to go through a 50% drop in the markets, like down through to here, and then a retracement. Or the reason why I say warning in the mining sector is we could then start to see maybe up. We tend to go through this volatile period through here. And every time it goes up, you think it's getting ready to go again, and it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. This is when the warning sector, this is when the warning signs start to kick in. Warning, 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 eject, 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 get away, right? And so whenever we go through these, what's called energy building phase, the energy using, now we've gone through an energy building phase, it's either going to be a drop to 50%, or then we're going to go through this sideways phase. So over the next few weeks, there's a bit of a warning in the mining sector because there's probably going to be a lot of volatility. And if you're trading this short-term volatility and you think, oh, it's going to go up, and it doesn't go up, and you get these whips soaring, you're going to get chewed up out of the marketplace. Now, that's the warning for the mining sector on the short term. The big picture, though, is if I bring up the absolute big picture, and let me see if I can. Oh, I can. Right. Let me go to this time frame here, and I'm going to bring up this chart here. The reason why I say on a short-term level, because look what is actually building here. Let me take this off the screen. Look what is building here. There is a warning here where we're probably likely to go sideways for a bit. You know, we might do this and that and this and that. But guess what could be setting up? A bit of a breakout. And if that happens, we get a breakout. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of just doing nothing. If this comes through here and we start to have that to come to pass, we're probably likely to make a big move, because I've found some of my best trades, and if I go back to one of my last trades that I got out of today. Not today. I got into a new trade today. But I got out of, I've noticed this here. Look at this here. Look at this here. Why did Roblox, I actually caught this move. I caught this move in most of this move all the way up. I made almost 170% return on my options here. Why did this have such a big move? Because, and using the context of the gold mining sector right now, right, is that whenever the market does do these here, see how the market just doesn't really do much for many years. When we do start to break out, there's a good chance we're going to start to make a really nice move to come. Right, and as you can see, I got into here, and when we did start to get the breakout, I rode this up. I got out before earnings. The earnings happened, and really good trade. So the purpose of me bringing that up to you is that if I go back to this chart now, you can see what I'm looking at here. If I go back to the GDX right now, this is the GDX, right? If we do start to develop this over the next few weeks and few months, then this could be shaping up for one of the greatest breakouts we've seen through this year. And maybe the big moves this year is not crypto, is not Bitcoin. Well, actually, Bitcoin's getting hammered right now, right? You guys probably know that. It's not all these sectors. It's not these markets through here, right? The big moves are made when nothing is happening for a long time. And then when it starts to break out, then when it starts to trend, that's when we start to see these things start to form, start to take shape. And that's when we can start to see these really big moves to come. So take heed of this thing through here, because whenever we do start to develop this pattern through here, guys, I use it as an energy field, and when we go sideways for all of this time, that's many years of building out. And remember, big moves come after we've been resting, refueling for a while, then the big moves come. Big moves don't come if we've been going and we're moving in a direction for quite some time, right? I mean, it's going up and up and up. That's not when big moves come. If you want to get in at the start of a big move, I promise you, the number one trading pattern you can look for is something like this, because if we do get that and then that, I promise you that not only are you getting in at a good time that has a good win-loss ratio, but the trades, if you know how to manage the trade properly, you could be now capitalizing on a very big move in the markets.